KTSM 9's Mutt Mondays, sponsored by the Animal Services of El Paso.
Well, welcome back. April is National Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Month, and joining us this afternoon for much more on animal protection is our very own animal protection officer, Ms. Yasmin Quezada. Yasmin, so good to see you.
Nice to see you
and
too.
thank you for bringing in this lovely pup. Who do we have here with us today?
This is going to be Boogie. He's
Hi,
a
Boogie.
3-year-old male.
And Boogie is one of those animal cruelty cases that you guys brought in, isn't he?
Correct, yes. He was involved in a welfare check for our department. I can't disclose much of his case, but he did end up having an embedded chain collar on his neck, and that's the reason for his bandaging. So we are pursuing cruelty against the owner, but he has a long way for recovery and a search for a good home.
Well, he's doing it all with a smile, which is good to see, right?
Yes.
That's the positive thing. Now, I want to ask you about Animal Prevention Month, or Animal Cruelty to Animal Prevention Month. You, I know, are busy all the time, but this month especially, trying to inform the public just how regular you guys see these kinds of cases. It is heartbreaking, isn't it?
It is. It's very moving for us, and that's the reason a lot of officers do what they do, to give them a second chance and an opportunity to voice their distress and their pain, to be able to do something more for them.
What are some of the ways that you guys at El Paso Animal Services are making sure that the entire community is aware that, hey, this does go on here in El Paso?
We try to put a light on the dogs that have difficult cases without bringing too much that can jeopardize our cruelty investigation in court. But let people know that it is something that we see on a daily basis here in our city, and that we struggle with as well.
You know, sometimes I feel like you don't even need to go into the case, right? You see the picture, you see you can almost get a sense of what these dogs went through just by seeing the images. And I feel like for a lot of people that does raise enough awareness to say, oh my goodness, stuff like this does happen. What's the best way people can help you guys raise awareness out there that this does happen?
Just let us know right away, a notification, call 311 to report it immediately as they see it. And even if they are doubting, even if they're doubting what they might be a perspective, we still do our investigation, and more than anything, ask the public for their assistance to go ahead and voice that. And if they are a witness to something, to not be worried or scared or hide about it. It's more about them being witnessing to these court cases that we go to be able to testify.
Now, when folks come in and they have you have these animals up for adoption, which I know you want to get a good home. I know. Oh, can you give me a kiss? Okay, thank you. They want to go to a good home. What should folks know when they take animals like this into their home, into a new loving home?
It's going to take time for sure for them to get adjusted to something that they're not used to, especially getting that love and that treatment. They might not be able to reciprocate it as best as they may need it, so they just need to give them some time. Patience, time, and a lot of dedication to try something new for them.
But these animals aren't broken. They're just looking for they're still looking for a loving home.
Correct, yes.
And that's probably the most important part, right? And I'm sure you want to raise awareness as well this month that these animals, you have lots of them that are still there looking for somebody to take them home and give them their stuff. Where can people go if they want to see some animals that they can help?
So we have 3 locations. We have one in our west side location for adoption. We also have our 5001 Fred Wilson, our main shelter facility. That's where most of our animals go into. And then our Socorro location is one in the lower valley.
Yasmin, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate all you're doing this month, and of course every month that you guys do at El Paso Animal Services to help keep our beautiful animals safe and get them into nice, loving homes. So thank you very much for joining us.
We appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
All right, we're going to be right back with more here on KTSM 9 News at noon.